My name's Dion. I'm the Dungeon Master for our Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden campaign. So this is going to be a lot of trial and error. And we'll see how we go. All of the electrics and stuff, hopefully the house doesn't catch on fire. So we're ready to go. So let's go first with Nicole. Introduce yourself.
Oh, good. You said you were using D&D on your phone, weren't you?
Yes.
Do you want to get Stream Manager up on your tablet so you can check comments?
Yeah, I guess that's a good idea. I'm gonna go smart.
Alright, so, I'm Nicole. Ison_13 on Twitch.
Self-plug.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what it's for. It's on the screen already. It's on the screen.
I exist. It's unfortunate. No, basically I do Twitch streaming about 5 days a week. Usually do RPGs or survival games with a little bit of horror mixed in. People love to scare me because I'm easily scared. So last campaign when Dion did this massive clap, I probably shat my pants about 3 times in a row.
Yeah, it was real good. Let's go to Josh. Not you. You.
Hello.
It is. Introduce yourself.
I'm 23 years old, 6 foot.
You really did make it like a Tinder bio, didn't you?
Loves long
I
legs,
exist.
short fuse.
I do things. That's about it.
I'm looking for a single lady.
Josh is probably our most dedicated and hardcore.
Let's not say that.
So if any rules get
No.
any rules are wrong, it's all Josh.
Shit rules.
All right, let's go to Chicken. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Chicken. I like chicken. Yeah, I'm a chef, and that's about it.
Easy peasy. Hearn, last but not least.
My name's also Josh. This is going to be real fucking confusing.
Yes. We have 2 Joshes.
Yeah. Otherwise,
And this is Josh's
a lot.
first D&D campaign.
Yeah.
So
Gonna be rough.
Be gentle. Don't yell at him too
Except
much.
chicken.
Hide behind chicken and win.
So essentially,
Why is this all bent?
because reasons.
Hasn't had heavy books to flatten it down
I
yet.
haven't. So I'm going to read the introduction to the campaign, and then we'll get underway.
I feel like I need a fidget spinner.
North of the spine of the world, and west of the towering Reghead Glacier, is a frigid expanse few dare to explore, let alone inhabit. This icy land of windswept tundra recently became locked in a perpetual dark winter without reprieve. Auril the Frostmaiden, the divine embodiment of winter's fury, has withdrawn to this cold corner of the world to live among mortals. Further, she has cast a terrible spell over Icewind Dale, to the detriment of most of its denizens. Each night before midnight, Auril takes to the sky on the back of a white rock and weaves her spell, which manifests as a shimmering curtain of light, a beautiful aurora that illuminates the night sky and fades before dawn. The powerful magic prevents the next day's sun from rising above the horizon, turning midday into twilight and trapping Icewind Dale in winter's dark embrace, with no sunlight or warmth to melt the snow and ice. Each casting of the spell leaves the Frostmaiden weakened, with just enough divine power left to barricade a mountain pass with blizzards, and churn the sea of moving ice with blistering winds. So we start outside of a town called Brinshander, which is part of the 10 Towns of Icewind Dale. The 10 Towns is a loose coalition of 10 towns. They have a deep political and social history with each other. Some of them are friendly to each other, some of them are begrudgingly allies. And the four of you are in a queue with a bunch of other citizens of Brinshander outside of the gates of the walled city, about to enter the security checkpoint.
That's an airport.
So, at the front of the queue, ahead of the four of you, are a gang of 6 ruffians. Rough-looking, hooded figures that seem to be causing trouble with the guards. Nicole, your character is standing directly behind them. Describe your character.
I am a yak.
Just a yak.
Yak.
Yeah.
I am kind of like a tan or khaki colour with my fur. I am a barbarian and I love axes. I am a blacksmith and I am a master at my craft.
Master blacksmith.
You bet I am.
That's a yak.
Sweet. So behind, what's your character's name?
Oh, Torak, my bad. Torak Ironhorn.
Torak Ironhorn. So behind Torak, there's a small family, a mother, a father, and 2 small children. Behind that family is a tall, bald-looking
Sounds like me.
Josh's character. Would you like to introduce your character?
Sounds like he's
I'll
model.
be right back. I think Sonic needs the toilet.
Okay.
He's a 9-foot tall Goliath, completely hairless, no hair in his eyebrows, head or face. He has a open-chested coat that on the brim of the coat is all these petrified jellyfish. He has a giant mace that he uses like a walking stick, and yeah, that's about it.
Sweet. Behind, what's your character's name?
Oh, Sharp.
Shah. Behind Shah is a bunch of fur traders. Behind those fur traders is Josh's character. Introduce and describe your character.
So my character is a youngish human who is well known to the area, wearing thick coats. Is used to being seen around the 10 towns and just hanging out. It's a female character of a young age with a darker skin complexion. Human, yes.
Sweet. Excellent. And then directly behind, what's your character's name, sorry?
Estrid.
Estrid. Behind Estrid is looking very disheveled and impatient Chicken's character.
So my character is a small, squat, older dwarf with silver white hair. He wears a suit of armor all the time. He is an inventor and he lives locally in Brinshander. At the
I
know it's alright, I got it here. Black Iron Blades.
There you go.
Yeah, he helps out there. Obviously, because he's pretty good at tinkering and stuff like that. So
I'm a tinkerer.
yeah.
So as the lineup to get through the security checkpoint to get into Brinshander, it's starting. Well, it's always like perpetually almost dark. As residents of the local area, it's hard for newcomers to tell the time because there's no day-night cycle. It's just perpetual twilight. So essentially, you know that it's kind of like late afternoon, you'd be familiar with like the time cycle. The people of 10 towns have had to create their own time cycle because there is no day-night cycle. As you're waiting, some of you patiently, some of you impatiently, you all have business with inside Bryn Shander. The arguing and discussing with the ruffians at the head of the queue leads to somebody drawing their axe and then a guard drawing their sword. Very quickly, before you can figure out and realize what's going on, two of the guards are laying in a pool of blood flowing out to the snow as the ruffians try to rush inside the town. The gates of the city are very quickly closed. It would be very awkward if everyone died.
We're joking.
We're dead.
Who was first?
Yeah, me.
Already, shit.
Chico's at the back.
Yeah.
It's like ascending order.
Alright, man. Who would have thought? And
What's the gap?
I don't know. Let's just go with it.
Okay.
6 ruffians. 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at me go. Look at me try to be organised and fail. Right, 6 ruffians. The gate's closed. Some of them are bashing on the gate, trying to break the gate down, trying to get inside the gates of Bryn Shander.
Oh, mate's just looking at the wall.
Some of them are simple. Some may say dum-dums, but that's okay. So,
Oh, shit.
I will get all of you guys to roll initiative.
Oh, no.
We're going to start it off good.
No.
Oh, that's good.
No, we can.
That's
Hang
not.
on.
Uh-oh. Chicken's off to a good start.
You got a bonus, didn't you? Hey, at least you got a bonus.
It's still rolled lower than you.
I have a 21.
Cool. Hang on 2 secs.
How much?
I rolled a 19.
Bloody
Wow.
hell.
It's pretty good.
I didn't roll a 3, so big win.
Sweet. So, Nicole, you rolled a...
21.
hang on a sec. Oh my god.
Bonus, do you have to leave something in? It's dex, isn't it?
Alright. Oh, yep. Hang on. Thank you. I gotta do this. Boom. There we go. Look at that. Look at that.
Oh, that is very fancy.
Oh, that is much
Now I
better.
can actually see all
Yeah, they can actually see what's happening. Yeah.
15
Real
minutes.
good. Real good. Sorry, everyone. I definitely forgot that. So,
Which modifier do I add to this again?
what do you add to
Initiative
your...
modifier.
Yeah, there's an initiative modifier.
Next to armor
Initiative,
class.
there you go. See that big one? The big one there, the plus 4. Sweet. Nicole, you rolled.
21.
Hearn.
13.
Josh.
9.
Oof. Chico.
7. It's begun.
It has. Alright, so Nicole, you get to act first.
Yep.
So each square on the grid is 5 feet of movement.
Cool. Alright. I feel like the Minotaur would go towards the gates to try and stop anyone from entering. The yak, sorry. So, 1, 2, 5, 10, 15, 20. If I enter, do I get attacked if I go through the
Basically,
zones?
yes, you leave there.
I'm
zone
not
control.
leaving it, I'm just moving around, like, into different spots of it.
Yeah, let me just...
Is there any chance we can just reason with them?
So
You
if
could
I
absolutely try.
was to move there and then go
Yeah,
through
they'll
there.
both get attacks of opportunity.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm just gonna go straight there then.
Swinging a big old axe.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go the person with the spear. I reckon.
Yep, this one here.
Yep.
Go for it.
So I'm gonna use my great axe.
Yep. Are you attacking one-handed or two? No, it's just two-handed, isn't it? Good. Go for it.
Yep. What is that?
Oh lordy.
What do I add to that? I don't remember.
Should be there in actions. It'll tell you plus something. What did you roll?
+5. Sorry, 16.
Sweet. So you heft your double-handed axe and you swing it at one of the ruffians. It hits.
Sweet. So this is now a D12 plus 3. That's pretty good, isn't it?
Just a bit better.
Oh,
Fight me.
7.
7 plus.
That's it.
Oh.
Oof.
Alright, so he dodges out the way, brings his shield up, you wreck him. You send him staggering.
Next week on Restart.
Hearn, you're up.
Oh, me already.
Sorry, not Hearn. Estrid, you're up.
So I'm just going to shout out. If you guys stop now, this may be okay, but if this keeps going, it's going to end poorly for everyone.
You hear from the inside the wall, you
Yeah.
hear one of the guards shout, "No, it's not! Don't listen to him!" And then you look down and you see the 2 city guards bleeding all over the snow.
Alright, well, I'm going to move back a bit.
Yep. Sweet. Back into the side, something like that.
Yeah. And did the bandits have any look that they might be not wanting to just pick a fight? Or they just go over it?
At the moment, one of them is furiously bashing on the city gate. Looks like they're desperate to get in.
Alright. And I don't recognise any of them? They're not from around here?
Give me a perception check.
I have a big old
somewhere.
perception. Natural 20 plus 6.
You definitely
I am perceptive.
you definitely don't recognise any of them.
Okay. Is that my action then though?
No, I'll let you take a.
Fine, I'll
Take a
shoot
shot.
one of them.
Yep.
We will shoot. Which one's looking nasty? Just that old mate who's walking towards me.
This one here?
Yeah.
Sweet. Go for it.
That's pretty
14 plus. So 20.
Sweet. So you step to the side, you knock an arrow, you draw it back, it hits him square in the chest.
Sweet, so I do.
Oh, probably not square in the chest. You're probably not going to do enough damage to kill him. But
Yeah, definitely not. 6.
6. Sweet. So he has an arrow sticking out of his shoulder. He screams in pain, and he looks to be a little bit worse for wear. Josh, you're up.
Which ones have been damaged? So is this one?
This one here.
Yeah.
Yeah. This one here. And this one here. Red dice for blood.
Okay. Seeing that it's getting a little escalated,
Yeah.
I will step back my full movement, 30.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm still in range, and I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20, 30.
Woo.
And I'll look at this bloke,
Yep.
and I'll point out my finger,
Mm-hmm.
and I'll cast Toll of the Dead.
Runs in.
Toll of the Dead.
You
Alright.
need to do a wisdom saving throw.
I'm probably gonna get killed.
What's
we haven't
your
taken out a single time.
what's your spell
Do you have that
DC for
thing where
that?
you
That
take
is a
like
very good
half damage?
question.
I'm real good at
That's
resisting
think it's
spells.
Which one
is it?
Cool.
Toll of the Dead. 12, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
This is the first
He just stares in your eyes and just gives you the finger.
Ah, yeah, bloody beautiful.
All done?
Yep.
Chico! Can your dwarf even get anything?
So, Crumb's just going to stand there and sigh and not do a thing.
Okay. It's done. So, the
Maybe say something like, stupid younglings. Something that he would say.
Being grumpy old man.
Yeah, pretty much.
I am so glad they all didn't just rush me.
Two of them have. Alright, so with a scream and a shout, the ruffians that were trying to bash down the door have charged at the other people in the line. So none of them make it there. What's your armor class, Nicole, on Torak?
14.
Sweet. So two of them swing a spear and an axe at you. They seem to have you surrounded, outnumbered, outwitted, outplayed. But all of their attacks to no avail. They're like, you're like, exactly. All the fur. They don't know. They've never seen a yak folk before. Exactly. Just a massive matted hair. And all of their attacks are to no avail. Nicole, you're up.
Oh,
Sorry.
really?
Torak, you're up. All their attacks missed, and none of them made it within range.
Alright, I'm going for the same person again.
Sick.
Drop him down. Bam. Oh, that is a natural 20.
Hit.
That's real unfortunate that I didn't go for the other one then.
Correct.
I get to roll 2 dice, don't I?
No, so
it's one and double.
One and double it.
1 and double it? Oh, I'm so glad it's done.
Was that a 1? Certainly was.
Is that the right dice?
D12.
Yeah.
Double that.
Absolutely.
It's not a real dice, so I think you should roll it.
Well, it's plus 3.
I crit for 5.
Got him?
Yes! Oh, phew.
Sweet. So confident in your abilities that you actually use the flat of the axe blade, not the blade part. And you just actual crack cave his skull in with the flat bit of your skull. With your Right. Hearn.
Look, I'm just going to take a shot at that one that's real close.
He's got an arrow sticking out of him. He's screaming in rage. Ah!
And I rolled a 16.
Sweet, that's a hit.
And what do we do?
Your second arrow strikes true.
Yeah, that's the one.
Ooh.
10.
Woo. That was a goodie.
Done. Another one of the ruffians.
Quick, get him!
Another one of the ruffians falls to your arrow, strikes true. This one does hit him square in the center of the chest, and he runs forward, and the arrow hits him, and he in the air falls to the ground. Josh.
Pissed off of what just happened, he's gonna rush forward and go, "Yeah, we fuckers," and run for him.
Sweet.
Make an
Go
attack.
for
Looks
it.
like you need it.
Done.
Yeah, that's
Fuck.
Uh-oh.
12?
12. So you charge forward, you swing your giant two-hand... Is it a single-handed mace or a double-handed mace? Swings in, he ducks underneath the blow, and you continue swearing and cursing.
Sick.
Chico!
fucking children.
Crumb's going to move that way as far as he can.
Can you please move Crumb 5? Because he's only got little legs.
Little legs.
Sweet, that's your turn. Yep. So, one of the...
ones that you painted?
Yeah.
Progression.
So one of them charges at you, Estrid. Tries to stab you through the guts with his spear. You definitely maneuver out the way and avoid the blow. The two of them that charge at you, Shah. What's your arm class?
Shit, 8 of 13.
Essentially will destroy them twice.
So basically, the two warriors charge in. One of them goes to shield rush you, and then you kind of block it with your staff, and the other one attacks you in the leg.
Right in the
My juicy thighs.
That's his hit points. I was like, he does 2d8 damage. He does not.
Fucking hell.
And you take 3 points of damage.
It's I'm dead.
Would have been.
Is there one left fighting?
Yep.
Oh, there is, yep.
There was.
Earthquake happened again.
All
Have to
right.
pay respects.
And then,
Dion.
man, these guys are real useless. He stabs you with
What
his
about us then?
axe, and you just kind of like block it away and then laugh mockingly. Nicole, you're up again.
Yep. Alright, let's go again. Towards... yeah, we'll finish off with this one because I don't want them to get an attack of opportunity.
Finish him.
Ooh, that was alright. Hang on. I forgot what that adds. +5, so 19.
Sweet, that's a hit.
I'm going to use another dice this time.
Good plan. Don't roll a 1.
Yeah, that'd be... not great.
I'm not great.
Not great.
Ooh.
So that's 12 damage.
Hey. Yay.
The yak is real good.
You literally just bisect him in half. You just pick your axe and just like
Decapitate him.
like an anime. You finish your axe move, and then he sits there for a moment, and then just kind of like falls to the side. Hearn.
Okay, well, just gonna keep shooting away.
Go for it.
So I don't want to walk out and get slapped.
Who are you shooting?
The guy right next to me.
Can you shoot someone if you're
Can you?
adjacent?
You get don't you get disadvantage?
I think so.
That's fine.
Let's go with that. So roll.
17 and 20. So 17. So hits. He's done some much better than
Where
last.
was this? Where was this in our practice? One shot. Cool.
Oh, no, wrong one. Where is the
Yeah, D20 damage.
Ooh, that's a good one.
11.
Oh, jeez. So you get him. You just like elbow him out the way, and then just shoot him like right in the throat.
Point blank.
He's struggling to breathe. He's still standing on both of his feet, but he's looking like the shock of near death in his eyes. Josh, give it another crack, eh?
Yeah, swing it again. We'll
Go
see.
for it.
We'll hope for the best. Oh, that's better.
Ooh.
23.
Done. That's a
Let's
hit.
do it.
You land a blow finally.
5 damage. Wow, how awesome is that?
Not bad, not bad. So you crush him with the mace. It like hits him in the chest, and he like exhales all of his breath. Chicken. Nah, still happy to just sweet. So the guy that you just caved in the chest, he's like goes to uppercut you. Not very good. He's too winded, and he misses completely. His vision must be blurred. And then his little friend, oh my god, they're so trash. Also fails to hit you as well. The guy with the arrow sticking out of his throat, like puts his hand up, and there's just like blood spurting out, and he swings his spear at you with his other hand, and hits you critically, some would say, and
Some would say.
he's getting his revenge, and you take 7 points of damage.
Oh, yay.
Nicole.
Alright, I'm going to use Goring Rush.
Woo!
Immediately
so you
after
got
you
left, mate.
after you use the dash action,
Yep.
on your turn and move at least 20 feet, you can make one melee attack with your horns as a bonus action.
Sweet.
5, 10, 15, 20. Actually, 20,
At least
25.
20. Yeah, yeah, cool.
Which one was injured? Was neither of them.
That guy.
That guy?
Yeah.
None. They don't have red dice next to them.
Can I, like, aim for
Yeah,
the other?
yeah.
Don't take this away from me, please. That's all I've done.
So you charge in, you lower your horns,
Yeah.
go for it.
Whoops. Definitely hits, though.
Lost control of the trolley.
Definitely lost control of the trolley. That would be a 24.
Hey.
That's a hit.
And it is a d6 plus 3. 6 damage. That's all we needed.
You
All we
charge
needed.
in, you lower your horns, he gets hit in the guts, he stands up, goes for the uppercut, and you just gore him like right in the kidneys. One horn in each kidney, and he dies a slow, agonizing death as he bleeds out in the snow. Hearn.
Your head.
Did the bonus actions swap weapons?
I think is swapping weapons a free action.
I think it is.
It's an action.
Or is it a whole action? Where's me player's handbook? Let's have a quick little look-see.
I think it's simple, it's free.
Is it a simple weapon?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, I think you're good.
go for it. You're sweet.
Wow.
You look cool.
I have two.
Yak of Doom.
The Yak of Doom.
So, I obviously sling my bow.
Yep.
I just pull out my swords because he's nice and close.
Yep.
And we're just gonna hit him with the swords instead.
Uh-huh.
Hits by a lot.
What did you roll?
A 17.
So, in our one shot, Hearn rolled literally only 3s.
So that does
False hope.
4 or 5 damage.
Sick. Old mates, yeah. So he's like squirting blood all over you, and you're like, well, I can't really shoot a bow with blood all over me. So you like swing it over your shoulder, pull out your dagger, and just like finish him off.
And can I use my bonus action?
Yeah.
Bonus action, I just call out, "Oi, crumb, you dickhead," and give him the finger.
How do you know who I am?
She's
I'm a local from the
a local,
towns.
so she would actually know you from working in the blacksmith.
Yeah.
Just keeps to his blacksmithing. Josh.
I'll try and be useful, and I'll swing for the other bloke.
Let's not be hasty.
Let's not be hasty. Dirty 20?
Yeah.
So we can
yeah,
haste
it's
him.
in. It's in.
The damage. Oh, yeah.
Actually, roll a second dice because you'll have advantage because he's outnumbered. So roll a second hit because if you get a critical, no,
Thank you.
never mind.
Thank you, not thank you also.
9
You're
bludgeoning.
using your cheeks
Sick.
first. They're amazing.
So you smash him
Jeez.
square in the jaw, like some teeth and blood, like his neck like whips around, and the blood and a tooth actually like you see it. What's her name? You see it like lodge and splatter across Torak's fur. So chicken, you're up.
Yeah, he's gonna sting.
Done.
I'm gonna walk towards the gate.
Cool. Could you please move Crumb 5 hex squares towards the gate?
Hexes.
Go diagonally 1.
Yeah.
There you go. That's everyone's dead, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Almost everyone. Sweet. So the last tribal warrior that's standing there, he's just like had some teeth knocked out, and he's just gonna go down swinging, and he swings at you, Shah, and he misses. Teeth nowhere, splits phew, and blood and spittle come frothing out of his mouth. Nicole, what would you like Torak to do now?
We are going to use the Great Axe.
Yep.
+5 means it's a 21.
God damn.
I'm rolling really well. This is unsurprising.
Why does everyone have so many
Deadly.
bonuses? No, this is not a deadly encounter.
Definitely not.
And I do 13 damage.
Just so you know, that was enough to kill him in one go.
That's me gone. I think
Done.
Oh boy.
So, essentially with all the tribal warriors, what's everyone's perception? Their passive perception?
12.
12.
How do we find out?
13.
It's on
Where's
the
passive perception?
the left.
On the
16.
left?
The
16,
one box
cool.
down.
12.
Just you, Estrid. You notice, you see like one of the city guards like peek up over the wall and like yell down, "It's done, they're finished." And you see like the gates like crack open, and you see a bunch of the guard kind of like look out, and they basically like set up their security checkpoint again, and then they're kind of like standing there awkwardly, and the 4 of you like kind of like Torak, you're like cleaning the blood off your thing. You look down, there's like a tooth in your fur. You're like, oh, that get flick it away into the snow. Esther like wipes the blood off of her bow, and you all kind of like, oh, I guess we can go to the security checkpoint. Obviously, Crumb has made his way over to the gate, so he essentially gets in first, or gets to the security checkpoint first, and the head of the guard shift basically comes over and says, "Whoa, why should we let you 4 troublemakers in to the town?"
Because I bloody live here.
This is Bryn Shander. Lots of people live here.
Border Patrol.
I'll lodge my mace into one of the dead dude's heads and start picking him to see if he's got anything.
Okay. Are you looking for something specific?
Maybe a little bit of coin.
Sweet. Highs or lows. So basically, you weren't here for the one shot. So
He often
roll
does this.
a bunch of dice.
Right.
You pick highs or lows. If you pick correctly, you get favourable results.
Gotcha.
If you pick incorrectly, who knows what happens.
Lows, always.
Lows. Cool. So you managed to find 6 gold pieces, a nice little dagger
These boys have got some ching-ching on them.
as well, and then one of the security the gate guards kind of like sees you pilfering, and he's like, kind of like shuffles his way over to like one of the other ones, and he like kicks it. He's like trying to look for a little coin purse while he's on guard duty without the shift, the captain of the watch overseeing. Would you like to try to convince the guards to let you in somehow?
I would make sure that everyone else in the line, as well as the people who engaged in combat, not you.
All the rest of the families and everything, I forgot to mention this, the families and everything fled in terror.
Okay,
They're
cool.
gone. It's literally just the 4 of you and a pile of corpses.
Alright, yep. Well, I would ask them to make sure that they're okay.
Uh-huh.
And then probably actually search the others for some loot as well.
Yeah, for sure. Highs or lows?
One for each, or
Highs or lows?
highs?
You managed to find 2 gold pieces, a total of 2 gold pieces across the other 4 corpses that are around you.
Any jewels?
Just some gold, not a great amount. So essentially, one of the guards says to you, you work at
Black Iron Blades.
Black Iron Blades, right? You're the new dwarf blacksmith.
I'll say something along the lines of like, if you don't let me in, I'll tell the guys not to give you a discount next time you come around.
One of them, the captain of the watch says, "Didn't you leave town earlier today with a cart to pick up iron ingots?"
Yes, and I got attacked by some yetis. Probably half a day's walk from here.
Yetis?
Yes.
So close to 10 towns.
I've had a bad day.
He like, okay. What's his face? Is the cameras on? They're
Yeah.
frozen? Okay, cool.
No, it's all good. Stefan dropped it.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw you waving. I was like, don't tell me the camera's on. He kind of like waves you through, and he says to the you see him like whispering to the rest of the other 2 guards, like about yetis, and he ushers you through, and he says to the rest of you, well, if you're coming inside, you better come in now, because we'll be closing the gates, especially if there's yetis around. Everyone's going to head in.
But I'm going to say, I think you should let them in anyway. They've helped you out here. And then just keep walking.
Cool.
Just a passing comment.
Cool. Classic chicken maneuver.
That's what Tom does.
Sick.
I'm going to check. So Nicole already looted everything. So I'm just going to walk past and see if I can grab my 3 arrows back.
That's a good idea. Yep. So all your arrows are undamaged.
Yeah.
You managed to pick
So
them
just
up.
grab them back, throw them in, walk through the gates,
Yep.
make a snide comment as I walk through past the guards.
Sweet.
Right, thanks for your help.
Yeah.
Keep walking.
Yeah. Heading in.
Yep.
Heading in.
Sweet.
Sweet.
My corpse. Keep
So
going.
it's still it's quite dark. you know, like now where it's like 5 or 6 o'clock, there's a little bit of like glow in the sky, but the sun's gone down and it's like dark, you can't really see. You start to see, because this is like the end of the afternoon, it's the night time, people are starting to light candles and lanterns, and you smell like wafting through the air, like the smell of like cooking meat and bread, and you hear like mothers calling their children inside. Crumb, where are you heading to?
I'm heading back to Black Iron Blades.
Are any of the other of you intrigued that Crumb was attacked by Yetis?
I wouldn't be.
Wouldn't be?
No.
Cool.
I
No.
wasn't paying attention.
You weren't paying attention, or Torak
I was
wasn't paying
Torak.
attention? That's fair. Another character that's like this, yeah.
Small attention span.
Sweet. Sweet.
I would be, but not at the moment.
So, where would you like to head?
It's kind of feel like it's dusky. Knowing the
Beer
area,
o'clock.
it's beer o'clock.
Beer o'clock.
I head down to my regular inn.
So you know,
Some food and
you know
some
that in
What's that in called?
you know that in Bryn Shander,
Ah,
See, I know that.
that there is the North Look, and the North Look is both an inn and a tavern.
does it look north?
I guess so. Does in fact. It's called the North Look. Just a prank. And you know that's for
Oh,
those
it
of
looks
you
south then.
that are familiar with the area, that are familiar with the 10 towns, and especially Bryn Shander, you know that this is the area, the establishment that all the adventurers and mercenaries congregate to. It is the rowdiest and most dangerous place to stay in Bryn Shander, but the tap room is the best in all of Bryn Shander. You've also got, for any of you religiously persuaded, you know, not bothered about religious thingamajigos. So essentially, Torak, you know that you need to at some point stock up on adventuring supplies. Are you local to Bryn Shander, or is this your first time in Bryn Shander?
I believe this is my first time.
The first time. Would you like to ask any of the people that have trudged in where you would buy adventuring supplies, or are you looking for some food? Are you looking for some drink?
I'd probably be hungry after skewering all the people,
Sweet.
so absolutely I'd be going for some food, maybe
Sweet.
a beer.
Sweet.
I'm gonna go same place, I reckon. Got some
Yeah.
free gold.
Yep, absolutely.
Well deserved meal after all of that.
Absolutely. So you head to the Northlook. Crumb heads back to the
Yeah, I just
Black
need
Iron
to
Blades.
like repair my armor and stuff after being attacked by Yetis. It's just what he would do.
For sure. So the three of you enter the tavern. You chat to the bartender. He introduces himself. He used to be a sellsword. He's retired now. His name is Scramsax. Scramsax, poor guy.
Just love people like it.
Jesus Christ. He asks the two newcomers, this is your first time in Bryn Shander?
Aye.
Yep. He asks if you'd be staying for a while and if you'd like to open a tab.
Aye.
Happy with that?
You got some
Yes.
fizzy juice as well.
He pulls out from underneath he sees you, Estrid. He pulls out two normal sized, even though you're a Goliath, two normal sized glasses, and he sees Estrid, and he pulls out like a big, like a pint and an imperial pint kind of thing, slams it down on the thing, and basically turns around and pours three ales, and hands them to you, and he says, we'll talk about your rooms, we'll sort that out when you're ready, and then he says, Estrid, your usual, hands you the mug of ale. So sitting at the bar, at the tavern, is a gnarled old dwarf.
Okay.
And he says to the two of you, Shah and Torak. You're new in town. You haven't happened to see a cart laden with iron ingots on your way in, by any chance?
I don't even know where I am, to be honest, so good luck getting anything out of me.
He sighs deeply, and then essentially goes back to like polishing off his ale, and like crunches his last bit of bread, and he says, if you need anything, supplies, if you have any information about a dwarf or a missing cart, it's long overdue. I need that iron so that I can make weapons and armor for everyone. If you need me or you have any information, come visit me at the Black Iron Blades. And he like hands you like a little business card. It's just a very generic, very plain looking, boring piece of like parchment, and it says Black Iron Blades, and then underneath it says Garn the Hammer, Garn the Hammer. That's his name. And he introduces himself to you. And
Was
then,
this the cart that was attacked by Yetis, correct?
would you like to ask him that?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yetis?
That's what I heard while we were
Yeah, what this dwarf look like?
Small, old dwarf, very pale skin, wearing goggles, you know, a dwarf. And
Did it look like?
and he,
Or what way to describe it?
yeah.
Just-
It looks like Crumb. And he says, Yetis! And then he quickly says to Scram Sacks, the bartender, and he like orders like a shot. He calls it some weird, he asks for something specific. It's something you're not really familiar with. Estrad would be, but it basically
What's it
comes
called, Estrad?
in a small glass.
Fire wine.
There you go, fire wine. I'm writing that down. That's good. Fire wine. That's good. That's going to be a recurring thing. It's a small glass filled with clear liquid, and he like slams it on the table and says, Yetis, and then turns and storms off.
Also, Josh, that accent is a hate crime.
Apparently, yeah, that's you've been called out for your accent, for your
I
accent,
think
for
I
your
know that
character.
might be.
Sweet. So, you finish up your meal and your drinks.
Yeah, I think I'll just hang about,
Yeah.
mingle.
Just having my usual. I just settle down into the corner with
See-
my bag and just kind of chill by myself in the
Sweet.
corner.
So you're back at the blacksmith shop. You stoke the fire. You're repairing the weapons and armor that have been damaged in the Yeti attack. And after 10 to 15 minutes, Garn, the hammer, your boss, returns, and he like slams open the door, slams down his like pack. Yetis! He says, okay, so we're going to have to round up a search party first thing in the morning, and we're going to have to go and search for that iron. We need that iron. It's getting harder and harder to come by, and it was incredibly difficult for me to secure this shipment. So we need to recover it before it's taken.
I seen a yak woman that's pretty handy with an axe earlier today at the gates.
Garn looks and says, we'll take what we can get at this point. Whether they're
Ouch.
whether they're
Personal.
whether they are good,
A bit racist.
bad, indifferent, whatever.
Different.
If it's Yetis, we may have to cut our losses and take what we can get at the detriment of whoever we pay to help us.
We'll need some new mules as well.
Yes. Yak folk, you said.
Hmm.
Do you think they could pull a cart?
Paul.
No, don't worry. I'll pay for new mules. I'll pay for new mules.
You wonder why people don't like you guys. Honestly.
So, Garn says to you, do you think you could convince your new warrior friends to...
They're not my friends. I
Your
don't
new-
have any friends.
Your new warrior acquaintances.
I don't have acquaintances.
Could you convince our new employees?
Did you meet them?
I did.
Why don't you do it? I'll come because I have to.
He sighs.
And
He
I'm
says,
getting
okay,
paid.
we'll go together. So, he helps you repair your weapons and armor. Garn's a very competent blacksmith, and the
It's
people
okay.
the people of 10 Towns, you know that most of the veteran sellsword in 10 Towns disdain his smithcraft because they think it's uninspiring quality of his work. Often, jokes are made about hapless newcomers to Icewind Dale, and the jokes often end with the line, and he was carrying a black iron blade to boot. So they're like, not super reliable, but he consistently makes weapons and armor, and because he's in a prominent location, they're often sold to new people of 10 Towns when they're off adventuring. So he helps you, assists you repairing weapons and armor.
No, thanks. I'll do it myself.
And he, when you're done, he kind of like sits, tapping his foot impatiently. When you're done, he heads back to the North Look, which overlooks the south, and and heads inside. So the three of you, there's a local musician playing like a little fiddle and stuff like that. A little bit of entertainment. It's actually quite relatively warm inside the North Look. It's cold as fuck outside because there's no sunlight. It just gets colder and colder and colder as the winter lasts longer and longer. So would any of you kind of be dancing with the crowd? Would any of you
Would you?
in the hour or so that it took Crumb to repair? Would you?
I would try and find a chair that can support
drinking.
my weight
For sure.
and sit down.
It's like
Simple log.
Floor's always been there.
so essentially because like dwarves and Goliaths aren't super common, but they have literally exactly right like a log that's been cut flat for like the heavy dwarves in armor and Goliaths and stuff when they eventually visit. So like Scramsax he goes over to try to pull it to the table for you, and he's just like, he looks at it, looks at you, looks at it, and is just like, I think you'll be fine with
It'll be
this.
fine. And I'll sit down.
Yeah.
I'll pull up my pipe and I'll be an Aragorn in the corner.
Yeah, sick. What would your hour activity be?
I would have probably slowly finished my meal, enjoyed it, listened around to the surroundings and just kind of taken in, seen if there was anyone interesting in the tavern that maybe I was interested in sparking a conversation with. Otherwise, I would have had a couple of beers, maybe 2, that's all, and probably booked a room for that night.
So in that time, Scramsax, tells you that he's got a room for each of you. He says, are any of you staying together? Estrid, you have your regular room in the tavern, he knows that. So, sweet. So he's basically organised independent rooms for the other 2 of you, the 2 newcomers. He says, look, we'll deal with the payment and the fees and stuff afterwards. He says, just so you know, if you don't settle your accounts, I still know how to handle a blade. And then he like laughs. He was like, all serious? And then he just like laughs and then goes back to behind the bar. Estrid, what's your activity for an hour? How many ales can you smash in an hour?
I only had 2 or 3.
Yeah.
Just strike a conversation up with old Saki.
Yep. Saki.
Haven't been there for a month or so, but just anything new, anything fun happening around.
Yeah. Just the same old. Apparently, he leans in and says, "Yetis, close by."
Not interested
That's
in those.
dangerous. That's dangerous. He says that. Where's the? He says that Brinchanda might have to call upon some of its allies to start, hunting the Yetis, so they don't invade the smaller settlements in 10 towns. You go on about your business, and then basically the door kind of like swings open. You know when you got to open a door and then the wind catches it, and it like out of your hand like slams open, and like little what are they called? Little mini tornadoes of like snow and sleet kind of come in, and then 2 dwarves enter the bar. You know one of them to be the grumpy, not very helpful dwarf from the gate, and the other to be Garn the Hammer. Garn the Hammer. The proprietor of Black Iron Blades. So he comes in, ushers in Crumb, and then closes the door behind him, and then hits up Scram Sacks for 2 more of the fire wines. And this time he sips it slowly, gives one to you.
And I say, "Thanks, scrambled eggs." That's my nickname for him, and then I'll just walk to my table.
Sweet. He says, "Okay, so where are your friends?
Huh?
Your friends that are going to help us?
What's with you about this friends thing?
Where are our future employees?"
There, and there.
Alright, so he looks at each one of you.
I'll stand up and walk over and go, "I fucking love
So
this."
he's like, you're 9 feet tall, yeah?
Yeah.
A dwarf's like 4 feet tall,
Yeah.
so you're literally over double his height. Do you go to like
Rub
both
my
of
hands
them?
at the same time.
I don't do anything, I was like...
Nothing here, alright.
Fuck me. Garn just kind of like chuckles a little bit awkwardly.
Not the touchy ones, alright.
Would you like to come help us tomorrow morning for a fee? Come and help us. We'll pay you to come help us
was a bit weird.
locate our iron ingots. And he says, "Do you know what's better than a fee? Discount. 10% discount on anything in Black Iron Blades." And he looks at you, Crumb, he's like, "Yeah, 10% discount if you help us.
I don't even know what you sell.
Whatever you need. Weapons, armor,
Anything!
traveling equipment,
alright.
supplies, adventuring gear, whatever. Doesn't matter. We sell everything. If we don't have it, we can make it for you." It was Crumb.
Alright, I'll put you to the test
Yeah,
for that one,
yeah.
you wee little laddie.
So, do we have a deal? And he like sticks up his hand. Do we have a deal?
I'll pick him up and go, yeah. Beautiful.
He rubs his hands together. Excellent. Cracks his knuckles. And then he's like, "Okay, who else?" "Ah, yes. You did say there was a yak." He says it like awkwardly loud. "A yak. We don't see those kind around here." Yak. The mating call. And he kind of like marches. There's people dancing on the dance floor. He like weaves kind of through them. His low center of gravity just weaves through, and Crumb kind of like walks the long way around, avoiding the people. And then they both kind of like meet you as you're sitting down.
Yes.
So he says, "Garn the Hammer, nice to meet you again."
I don't shake his hand. Torak Ironfoot. Ironhorn, even.
That's one of these.
I know
So-
your name.
I have a deal for you.
Do they do that because he doesn't have hair? Maybe he just goes,
Maybe. Does he have hair? Doesn't say. Me.
does a dwarf stroke with the
Yeah. Tomorrow morning, we're gathering together a group of of fine, strapping, strong young adventurers to come on a trek with us. We need to go reclaim some property of ours that was lost. Our offer in return, like always Crumb, 10% discount off all of our wares at Black Iron Blades.
Crumb's eyes are literally like rolling back in his head. That's
Dead
how-
on the inside.
So what do you sell?
Everything and anything. We are adventure. We sell rations, cold weather gear, ice picks, snowshoes to the fortune seekers who come to Brinchanda and the 10 Towns. And he looks down at your feet. He looks at like you have a pack or something, some gear, and he looks and he says, "We'll even help you out with some snowshoes on the house." You know, like the big tennis racket looking snowshoes?
I'm be
yak
caught
with
dead in
tennis
those.
Look, walking in the snow, you would know trudging to the gate that it's quite difficult to walk. And then you really, what's your intelligence?
Oh, that's rude.
How wicked smart are you?
I'm
That's
not
not
very, am I?
enough.
It might be an 8. I might be
Oh
the
boy!
Oh,
Definitely low.
low.
You are very convinced. You're like, yeah, snowshoes. Yeah, I definitely need some of those. And he says, "Do we have a deal?" Now I've picked up your accent. Do we have a deal?
Oh, Lord,
So, because of who I am,
Who are you?
Torak wants to learn. This isn't asking.
Oh, sorry.
This isn't talking to the dude. So, because of who Torak is, Torak wants to learn the skills for themselves and be better than the people who are teaching them. So, basically, what Torak would do is, you can show me how to craft the snowshoes. However, I will make them myself with free materials, and then I'll help you.
So, make a persuasion. No, what is it? A
Yeah, persuasion.
persuasion? Yeah, make me a persuasion check.
Oof. Oof.
That might be a natural 1.
Oh, yeah. He's like, yeah, good one.
He says to you, he's like, "I already have an apprentice."
Ooh.
And he looks
Oof.
at Crumb.
I
And
didn't have
it's-
a new one.
he leans in and he's like, "They're a lot of work."
Fuck.
I think you'll find that I'm worth it.
He holds out his hand
So you're accepting my deal?
and he says, "We'll talk about the details
Like
later."
saying I'm worth it made me think of like a shampoo commercial.
It's either that or I get gold.
Gold, snowshoes, new skills, whatever. It's all good. Garn, the hammer. he takes care of his clients. We'll work something out.
But this isn't for free. We will work something out.
Gives you a shake of the hand. And he says, leans in close to you, Crumb. And he says, "Is this enough to take on Yetis?"
Yetis. I don't remember if you talked about that.
Hopefully, he looks up at you. Hopefully, the Yetis have had their fill with their mules, and they've gone back to their caves.
Right. I believe you.
And he looks around and sees Estrid, and he's like, walks over to Estrid, and he like hits the bartender up for another 2 fire wines, and he like slides one to Estrid, and he like picks one up
I'm not interested in
and
Yetis.
has a cheers.
I drink it anyway.
and he says, Estrid, you know the value.
I cut him off. I'm like, I've been stabbed today. Not interested in Yetis. Leave me alone. I don't want your discount either.
What can I do? In theory, you know the Yetis better than anyone. The Yetis are probably gone. The Yetis have no use for iron. They have no use for a cart. All they need is food. If they're coming close and attacking carts on the road, it means they're probably hungry. We get in, we get out, done. There shouldn't be any Yetis.
Shouldn't be, but there could be.
He
Bad news.
Yetis are bad news. He looks at Crumb and he says, do you remember how many Yetis there were? And you're like,
At least 7.
I'm sure.
And I just laugh. Laugh loudly.
I start laughing with her.
He says, sure, they won't be there. The Yetis don't live in the open, they live in the mountains. We took the safest route, far away from the mountains. They must have just been hungry, it was super unlucky, it doesn't matter. As long as we get the iron ingots back, whatever, 10%, no, 20%
I
discount.
don't want a discount. I don't need your workmanship.
What can I do to make you agree?
Gold.
Gold?
Lots of gold.
I'll give you...
And if there's any Yetis lying around, all the fur is mine.
Done. And he says, I'll give you 50 gold for every Yeti you slay.
Done.
Shakes your hand. Done.
And a healing potion.
Sorted. So he essentially says goodnight to everyone, and he says we'll meet at first light, and then stops and laughs because there is no first light. There's no sun in Icewind Dale.
I don't get
And he kind of like
chuckle at the
elbow nudges you and laughs, but like it's in your knee. Yeah.
That's my dicky knee.
He says, okay, so we'll meet at 6, the 6th hour of the morning. Bright and early. Just early. Dark and early. And we'll start, we'll
Dirly or Darly?
both. Dilly-dally. And we'll make, it's about, Crumb said it's about half a day's travel to get there. I'll have mules prepared for you. I'll have some supplies and rations and whatever. And he looks, Estrid's probably fine. He looks at you and he says, I'll make some snowshoes that will sort you out.
Right.
And he's like, I bid you farewell until the morning. And he goes. Do you stay? Do you go? You stay in the tavern?
I don't like being around him.
Oh, that's fucked. Alright, that's good.
And I would say to him, are they all just standing around me?
Yeah.
You really shouldn't have agreed to this. And then I'll ask Scrambled Egg for another round.
He brings 3 ales and a fire wine for Estrid.
Probably cut me off after
This
this
is
one.
like Fireball.
So, do we have anything else we would like to do in the night before we rest up and awake early in the morning?
I'll have an early night.
Good idea. Crumb.
I'm just going to sit in the corner and tinker. I'm going to make a little tiny non-magical object.
Okay. Yep. How long does that take you?
I don't know.
So good, we'll sort that out in a sec. Buddy, what's your name? Torak. What would you like to do for the rest of the night? Early night?
Yeah, I'm probably gonna have an early night. Got got blood all over me, so I probably need to like dry that off and scrape it off and stuff.
As you're doing that, you find like another bit of a tooth in your fur.
Everywhere, honestly. Is that from the dude I cleaved?
Nah. Shah come up and like smashed a dude in the face with a club. I don't think you were here actually when I described it, and like blood like splattered out and a couple of teeth went flying, and you just gored that dude to death, and there was like some teeth and blood in your fur and stuff. So yeah.
Yeah, so I'll probably go up to my room, do a little bit of praying, and then head to bed.
Sweet. Estrid.
I gotta start dancing to the band,
Excellent.
have a few drinks,
A late night.
get an hour of kip in the bar.
So
I'm not really. It doesn't really say.
okay, cool.
It just says what I can make.
Sweet. I'll allow it.
Yeah.
So so we need to heal. Everyone who took damage. You took damage. So after the top, there'll be a thing. Long
Yes,
rest.
We got a long
Oh,
rest.
we did long rest, didn't we?
Yeah. And that should
It's gonna
up
be
to back.
11.
Sweet. Done. Make sure everyone does long rest. You didn't do anything, and you didn't do anything. So it also replenishes like your abilities and stuff like that. Spell slots.
Be nice if
So.
Chicken didn't need a spell slot apparently.
Didn't do
Been
anything.
called out by someone.
Again?
Procto.
Big oof.
Wait, which Josh? This Josh, this Josh.
Josh.
This Josh.
Josh Hearn. We're
I
not
know, I know.
going to call him Josh ever again. So essentially, in the morning, you sleeping lightly in a new, strange place. Both of you guys, you hear something singing. Estrid, you're asleep on the bar, snoring. KO'd. You hear something singing, and it wakes all three of you up.
I feel like I wouldn't.
There's a place I like to go, farther up the river's flow. Where it is, I do not know, must be under all that snow. And you, Estrid, like
Out
shot,
and out now.
awake, and you look, and above the bar, there's like a fish mounted on a plaque. And occasionally, you know this, occasionally it like literally comes to life and sings that song. And you know
Fish.
that
I just go straight back to sleep.
Scram Sacks, the bartender, bought the fish, and it's called Old Bitey, and it's basically a big knucklehead trout. A knucklehead trout are local to Icewind Dale. Basically, you have to catch them and like literally knock them out before you can take them and eat them. And he bought it off somebody, and a prankster wizard cast a spell on it so that every now and then it sings and wakes everyone up. So that wakes the two of you up, and I don't know how you check time, but you think that it must be morning. You look out, peer out the windows,
Sniff.
and yeah, you see people starting to kind of like get their stuff together. Their days are about to start. It's around that time that you, Crumb, enter the bar to wake everyone up and get them ready. Garn the Hammer basically sent you on your own. He said we are going to get the iron ingots, but he's very, very busy today. He's got very important things to do. So he's sending his number one top apprentice and new friends, that's what he says. Unlimited power.
Sounds like a real dick.
And sends you to round up the other trio and get on your way to go. Because you know, he says, no, you know where you're going. I'll just slow you guys down.
And that's pretty standard by Garn.
Garn.
Garn,
So-
do it for me.
Yeah, so you're heading, trying to wake everyone up. Estrid asleep on the bar.
Yep.
And then these two have rooms upstairs. How would you like to go round them up?
I'm just going to pull Estrid's stool out and make her slap her face on the bar.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Awake.
And where are the other two? Up in the
Upstairs in their rooms.
I'll start walking down.
Yeah, for sure. You hear like banging and crashing downstairs. You're kind of like half awake and start waking up in the morning. And
The singing.
Yeah, absolutely. The singing fish. So we get ready, we get organised. Garn has given you essentially a set of snowshoes for these two guys. You already have a set of snowshoes. Basically,
Can we make stops before we go?
yes, absolutely. He also has in there 2 rations each for each of you, some torches, some blankets, and a healing potion for each of you.
Oh, that's
in case.
nice.
Just in case. So add healing potion, snow. What are they called? Snowshoes. Just jot a note down if you need to. We can fix it later if that's easy. You all have arrived at Icewind Dale, so you all already have cold weather clothing.
Yeah.
You each now have a set of snowshoes and a grumpy looking dwarf companion.
Grumpy.
So before we set out, ask Crumb if is Garn in his shop today.
Probably not. Why?
What did you need?
I need to go speak to him
What
before
about?
he leaves about a deal.
It's kind of like you would have to leave now and you'd have to go out of your way a little bit, and then I guess Crumb would say we'll meet you back at the meet you at the gate in
I know my way.
10 minutes. Yeah?
I like to be standing near the fireplace just defrosting my jellyfish because they're probably a bit frozen.
Jellyfish.
Is that a euphemism? Defrosting the jellyfish? Yeah.
We can make that.
Just give me 5 minutes. I just got to go defrost my jellyfish.
I'll get into it.
Torak, what are you
What are we supposed to be doing?
meeting at the gate?
Yeah.
Estrid has to go talk to Garn.
I've literally nothing here, so I'm just going to head to the gate because that seems to be my only
Would
plans.
you like to put on your snowshoes?
Oh, I
yes.
suppose so. Let's
Oh
try
my
them
God,
out. Let's see
Charlie.
how average they
They're
are.
definitely function over form. Like, they do the job. They're not pretty. They're not pretty.
Do we get like buffs or debuffs from wearing these?
It enables you to walk in snow
Okay.
at full speed, not half speed.
Sweet.
Very useful. So you
So I shout out to everyone, I'll catch up before, heading off, and I head down to his shop to see if he's there.
highs or lows?
Highs.
Oof. You kind of go into the blacksmith shop and stuff, and Garn is like hiding behind a cupboard, and he's like, "What do you want?"
Garn, I'm not going.
Not going.
Unless you buy these 3 wolf pelts I brought with me. Good price, or I'm done.
How much do you ask per wolf pelt? The going price is 10 gold per pelt.
I'm happy with 8.
8?
8 each. Caught by me before I came back to the city.
Trick me. 8 each. Done. I was only going to give you 8 and shake your hand.
Done.
So he gives you, what's 8?
24.
24. He gives you 24 gold. And he's like,
Quick math.
fantastic.
And I swing quickly back past the bar,
Uh-huh.
leave 5 behind the counter, and then
Excellent.
head to the gate.
Sweet. Alright.
And is old Saki there?
Yes.
Does this cover everyone's tab?
He says, we'll call it even.
Done.
There you go. And you guys don't even know.
What a lad.
wholesome.
What a lad.
So
Lass.
we're heading we're heading out. Are we gonna have like a little marching
A little
order?
hunting pack.
We don't need these. We don't need these.
Person knows where they're going at the front.
Makes sense.
Yep. Definitely.
Just so you know,
I move the slow.
here's a bit slow.
I'll be right behind so
you
that I
want
can
a lift?
step in front if needed.
Yeah, I want a lift. I chuck it on my
Pick
shoulders.
him up and put him on his shoulders.
It's great if you hop in.
I just blow way back.
Yep.
What if you get singled out?
Kind of a loner. Just doing my own thing.
A loner doing your own thing. All right. So essentially, this is your order that you're kind of like marching in. So it's a
Did he give us meals?
So he certainly did. I forgot about that.
That's good.
He gives you two brand new mules. They're not brand new. They're
Super old.
Old and decrepit.
Well used.
he already gave you his two best mules for the initial trip.
That weren't the best.
No, absolutely not.
Sounds like nothing this guy does is the best.
Function over form. That's it. So, as you walk, it basically takes you half a day. Luckily Crumb knows where to go. Dwarves have very, very good memories. As you're walking, it takes you pretty much like 5-6 hours, and then Crumb kind of like looks up and he's like, "We're getting close. Get ready. This is where I think the Yetis started following us." So you make your way, and then in the distance, it's very cold. It's very dark. Who has dark vision?
I don't
I
think,
don't think so.
I have dark vision, but I'm used to the terrain.
Features and traits, is that where you'll find it?
Yeah.
It'll say it in your senses at the bottom.
Yeah.
If it doesn't say it there, you don't have it. It'll say it right there. Additional sense.
I'm a blind man.
Yep. So Lucky Crumb is the only character with dark vision in the dark. It's not pitch black, you can still see, but you just, like a ranger, you wouldn't be able to see, you know, what do your elf eyes see, Legolas, as far as you can. Like, you're limited to, like, probably like 30, 40 feet, probably max. And it's if the wind picks up and it gets a little bit, like, snowy and stuff like that, yeah, your visibility is even less. So we're all sweet. Crumb kind of like stops. Highs and lows, Nicole?
I'm gonna go lows.
So you're walking along, Crumb stops, and you just like straight up walk into him. You weren't paying attention, and kind of like you both end up in the snow. Tripped over. You basically tripped over him, and he kind of like rolled in a ball onto the ground. Highs and lows, sharp.
Lows.
You also trip over the three of them, and you end up in the snow. You're so tall and 9 feet tall. You just see two horns. You're like, where'd the horns go? And then just straight over the top. Estrid obviously at the back. She is far enough away that she sees the three of you clowns fall over, and just kind of like, I'm assuming like, just two like little puffs of like misty air just come out of her nose. So you pick yourselves up. Crumb, you see in the distance, because you're the only one who can see.
If it's afternoon, how dark is it right now? Is it pitch black, twilight?
5 p.m. now, so it's like dark enough that you
5
basically
p.m. already?
You can't. No, like it is now.
Oh,
like
okay.
in winter, where it's 5 p.m., where the sun's already gone down, and it's kind of like annoying and dark, and you can't really see shit all.
You get me some dark.
You crest a snow-covered ridge and see frozen, dismembered corpses in the gully in front of you. Snow covers some of the gory bits, but the headless torso and severed limbs are visible as you crest the ridge. You see tracks in the snow all around the corpse, and the telltale grooves in the snow left behind by a sled that's been hauled away.
Sorry.
Would you like to get closer?
No, I can see.
You can see, yeah.
Does it look like so it looks like they've gone, taken the sled with them?
Yes.
Well, I just tell everyone that.
Is it in viewing?
You know.
Is it only within dark vision kind of stuff?
No. You kind of like Crumb slows down. You get closer. He can see everything perfectly. You can kind
I
of
just
like
move
make
up to
out.
where Crumb is.
Yeah.
So I move up to have a look, and I'm saying this doesn't look like Yetis.
You know, Crumb, that this is where Ubok the dwarf, your companion, escorting the sled. This is where he was attacked by the Yetis.
It's unfortunate.
You can see Crumb. Are the rest of you going to get closer?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. As you get closer, you're saying,
I just move up to Crumb and say this doesn't look like Yetis.
Crumb knows it's Yetis. It was definitely Yetis. He was there. He saw Ubok. He saw the Yeti kill him, ate his arms, and most of his internal organs before leaving poor Ubok's severed head. Everyone make me the ones that are close, so you two, make me a survival check.
Hey,
That's alright.
9.
It's not great.
No, it's not.
16.
16, that's great. That's good.
It's just like the
20, natural?
do from that.
You, because you're close enough, you can see the tracks. You probably 20, yeah, you probably can see that. Essentially, you see that the tracks. Torak, you see that the tracks are fresh, leading away. Probably made within the past hour.
Oh.
But there appears to be about half a dozen small sets of tracks.
Not
Tracks.
Yetis?
Have you ever seen a Yeti?
No.
Give me a history check.
Two. That was a 3 with a neg 1.
So you come back to Estrid and Crumb,
Oh, it's true.
and you tell them
Yetis are small.
6 Yetis. There's 6 sets of Yeti footprints.
They're pretty small though. Small Yetis, baby Yetis.
You don't know that. You don't know what a Yeti is.
Okay, right. Yep. Babies, Yetis
6
are
Yetis.
small.
You see,
Yetis are
you just
small.
tell them that with your low roll. You tell them you saw 6 sets of Yeti footprints. Heading off to the south. And it looks like the sled has been pulled away that way with them as well.
Can I go also have a look at the tracks
Go for
to
it.
see what we're...
Give me a survival check as you get closer.
22.
Jesus Christ. You know straight up that these aren't Yeti tracks, they're Goblin tracks. Just cross out Yeti on your page. Goblin.
I got low intelligence as well, so.
Yeah, you know that they're goblins, and it appears that they've pulled away the cart down to the south.
I'm still convinced
kind
they're
of
Yetis, so I've written down
relay
Yetis
that
in my book.
information,
Yeah.
mainly aimed at Crumb,
Crumb. Mm-hmm.
but because he would understand
Yeah.
loud enough so everyone can hear.
And the tracks appear to be made within the last hour. So if you hurry, you can probably catch whatever.
Are we doing this? Is this iron worth this?
Well, at least it's not a Yeti.
We don't get paid
At
for
least
that.
it's not 6 Yetis.
We don't get paid for non-Yeti
7, thank
kills.
you very much.
Yetis were bringing us the money. Goblins aren't.
Yetis bring you the money. Goblins bring everyone the money.
Do they?
Chasing them.
We're already out there, why not?
Let's go, big fella.
I don't know what you're talking about. They're definitely Yetis.
I smile and nod
You can
like,
have an inspiration point, Nicole.
I smile and nod as direction.
Oh,
Yeah, let's
right.
go kill the Yetis. Come on.
Come on, buddy.
So are you going quick? Are you going stealthy? Are you going quick and stealthy?
I don't know what stealthy
Can
means.
those two do
Stomp,
stealthy?
stomp,
I'll
stomp.
keep
So I just-
forward.
Excuse me.
We did the
I'm
tense rabbit
extremely
shoes.
stealthy.
Yeah.
Those two?
Yeah, probably.
No,
So I'll track them at a reasonable pace.
So who
I'm used to tracking animals.
who's the best tracker?
That'd probably be me, considering my job is to
I'll get-
Even though you can't see,
I can barely see my hand in front of my
you'd
face.
be able to,
I've been there,
follow the
so
tracks.
I've been since being born
For sure.
in the area.
Yeah, you know. So you're going to be going first then? Let's just
Yeah.
turn this around. Who's next?
Me.
Crumb. Who's next?
I'll be last because I'll
Yeah,
start
I'll go
walking in the
next.
wrong direction. So I'll start with that.
Yeah, you're intelligence 8, aren't you? The two dum-dums at the back are going to get
I
lost.
was just like,
They don't get lost.
I was just super stoked. I get to see a Yeti.
Wow. I'm a stranger to this land. So after about half an hour, you manage to catch up to the creatures. I would like everyone to make a stealth check, please.
Oof. Oh, that's +2.
Oh,
Oh, boy. Wow, you are
Oh,
so
for fuck's
stealthy.
sakes.
What did you roll?
Nat 20.
Stupid little dwarf.
How are you stealthy?
I rolled a 26 with a natural 20.
I would like everyone to see that I rolled a 1, so it doesn't matter what you rolled.
Oh, that's awesome, because I
I
rolled a
rolled
6. Are you serious?
Super stealthy. The creatures you
Super stealthy on a 6.
the creatures you've been following appear to be goblins,
Going over, getting
based on their stature and their tracks.
This is loud. Is that why? Just
All 6 of them groan, grunt, and curse loudly as they hold the bulky sled to what appears to be a 20-foot tall wagon parked in the snow. Harnessed to the wagon are 2 roaring polar bears that don't look
Oh,
happy.
for fuck's sakes.
Are they Yetis?
You don't know.
Yeah,
I
just
asked the
asking.
group. Are they what
You're
Yetis
gonna
look
ask
like?
them?
Yeah.
Close.
where'd that break us still?
Highs and lows.
True,
Highs and
true.
lows.
Yeah, she said it.
Highs and lows.
I'm excited.
Highs and lows.
Highs.
With the galing wind, they don't manage to hear you. Yeah, you asked them, are they Yetis? Shit. So, the goblins appear to be very, very distracted. Just set this bad boy up. And I'll get me little goblies.
More little goblins. Used goblin towns.
Nah, I had painted Cruel Boys goblins.
Lovely suntan goblin.
Yeah, they're all sweaty. They got their shirts off. They're all the 2, 4, 6. One of them. Couple of them.
Jesus. Oh boy.
That's fun.
So the polar bears are chained to the cart. And you got 6 goblins. And a goblin. Somebody giving orders. That's him. He's the goblin that's giving orders.
7 goblins.
6 goblins and a goblin giving orders.
Oh, okay.
So,
I told you there were 7 Yetis.
would we like to roll initiative? Not would you like to. Can you roll initiative?
I'm changing dice. I'm changing dice.
Shah.
11.
Yikes. Torak.
8.
Yikes. Estrid.
23.
Fuck me. Crumb.
20.
We're not doing great.
No, I'm changing
Seven
dice.
rolls.
This one was doing so good to begin with, and now it's like,
It's like
It's just as a big open area.
Yeah.
it just gives them a
Oh, hang
chance
on.
to run
I
to
made
me
scenery.
before, right?
I made scenery. I'm using it.
Thank you. Thank you, Hearn. That's something to hide behind.
I don't know if I can hide behind that.
No, you probably can't hide behind anything.
You can run.
lie
and
down.
lie
Maybe
down,
if you crouched, you could hide behind Torak. Maybe. Maybe. Alright. So. Oh my god. What did everyone roll for initiative again?
8.
23.
20.
11.
8, 11, 23, and Crumb rolled 20. Alright.
What can you do for a bonus action again?
Not a great deal. Estrid, you are up.
Each one's fired, isn't it?
Correct. So if you'd like to get closer, you'll be able to get closer. They're very distracted, so as long as you don't run screaming, going into a barbarian frenzy, you'll be able to. You determine if you're able to make a move without actually.
Dash is an action, isn't it? I think it is.
So dash lets you. Good work, Dion. Combat. There we go. Dash lets you move up to 60 feet.
Yeah.
If you dash this turn,
Yeah.
you might alert them. But you can just do a regular move. Where are we? Cool.
Are these high rocks or low rocks?
They'll basically, they're low enough. You'll be able to gain cover from them, and you'll be able to attempt to hide behind them.
Yeah, I can't get 20 of them with 30. I'm just going to move here
Sweet.
and just kind of try and block line of sight with that rock that's in the middle.
Yep.
If I can't.
Crumb.
Just stay super low and then just no.
I'll move to there, so that's like 3 more spaces, and then I'll cast create bonfire
1, 2,
on top of the cart.
3.
Yep.
Cool. Go for it.
Which,
On top of the cart.
Yeah, which does
Not the sled. So the sled has the iron ingots, and there's a cart as well. The cart has the 2 polar bears attached to it.
oh, that one.
Can I
I'm
ask,
setting that one on fire.
can I ask a question?
Yes.
Where are our donkeys?
Just behind it, tied up to a tree. Not in combat.
Yeah. So I'm setting the cart on fire.
So essentially, you cast.
Bonfire ignites flammable objects in its area that aren't being worn or carried.
Sweet. The wagon contains goblin beds made of straw. They ignite very quickly, turning the vehicle into a raging inferno.
Good. I just wanted to scare the polar bears off.
They're tied to the.
Yep.
Cool.
Hopefully they run.
Yeah. That's Crumb. The goblins kind of like stand in bewilderment, and the boss like kind of like motions for the goblins to get back, and then the polar bears, they just leg it, taking the cart with them. 2 of the goblins chase after.
Is that bad? Did we lose our time?
The sled with the iron is still there. It's a hand pulled. The goblins pulled it by hand. Circling above you, there's a hawk. There's 4 of you,
Shit, man.
and Torak.
Yep.
The hawk swoops down at you and attacks you.
I can't see the hawk.
It's invisible. What's your armor class?
14.
Cool.
Dion,
Shah, you're
DM, we're pretty much safe from everything.
Correct.
Not
Dragon hits you. 1.
Not when he gets like +10 or something. And he's like, yeah, roll a 5, +10, I hit you.
Now you die.
Try to cast a spell.
And I'm the leader.
Mhm.
I'll try and do Toll of the Dead again.
Mhm.
So wisdom saving throw.
What do I need?
12 or higher.
The bell tolls.
Oh yeah!
See? Here we can.
Thank you for the sound effects.
No worries.
Has it by any chance already got missing hit points? Okay.
Boom.
It's 4 necrotic damage. And that's it. I'm done. Real thrilling.
More damage. Yikes. Torak.
30.
Obviously, now they're aware of your presence.
15, 20, 25, 30. Let's just get in there.
Sick. Estrid. Estrogen.
Look, I'm given everything started. I'm gonna fire a shot at the closest one.
Yep. So the one there?
Yep, with the little hat on.
Go for it.
Who thought it was a good idea to be live?
Around 20.
Oh my god.
Alright, it definitely hits.
These dice are way better.
Remember when they were rolling badly?
Yeah.
I'm so glad you rolled all that out.
1d8. Where is me 8?
Jesus Christ.
4,
Double,
8,
double.
16.
Ay, ay, ay.
16.
I think you may have
Throw your
failed.
spear at the person's head.
Murderized. Take the closest goblin off the board, please. Done. Alright. Well, he's dead, isn't he? The next goblin is going to run at Torak, and he's going to swing his little dagger, try to shank you. Ah, this is our iron. Apparently not. Definitely not his iron.
You said try.
Did try.
Did try.
Crumb, you're up.
I'm going to move up next to like 2 spaces again.
Mm-hmm.
Can you move me home, please? Like right next to Yakety Yak.
Gone back.
And then I'm going to create a bonfire under this guy
What the fuck is this?
at will.
What's the range of that?
60 feet.
Oops,
So yeah, he's just going to pick up a stone off the ground and crack it with his smithing hammer, create spark, and then throw.
Yep.
And then it's going to create a bonfire in that square there in the middle. You have to do a dexterity saving throw.
So just that guy?
Yeah.
That's so cool.
Okay. You did get him.
I rolled 20.
Ah, cool. Ah. So you didn't get it.
I dodged.
Yeah, fair enough then.
It's got hot feet.
Yeah, so there's a fire there now. So where'd you dodge out?
Let's go. What have we got? 6 squares you can dodge to. 6. This one. Diagonally. No. Yep. Sweet. Jumps out the way. Highs or lows? Highs or lows?
Fires.
Cool. He lands prone. So he like and then dives out of the way into the snow.
It's probably good that he got out of
Didn't
that.
stay there. Didn't stay on fire. Sweet. That's you done.
Really good.
The other goblin is going to run over and try to attack.
They don't like cast once a day kind of thing.
Oh, these are my cantrips.
Let's go.
The one that I can cast like twice a day.
So the little goblinos are trying to outnumber you. They're going to use their numbers to their advantage, using their tiny little brains for once in their lives.
Sorry, am I allowed to use my bonus action?
Go nuts.
I'd like to cast Sanctuary on Torak. So until the spell ends, the creature who targets the water creature with an attack must first make a wisdom saving throw. If it's failed, you have to choose a new target. If you can't, then you lose your attack.
Okay, so I got to take a wisdom saving throw.
If they want to attack Tarak.
Yeah.
We'll probably fail that.
Oh boy. They fail. So they have to choose a new target. So the goblin that charged in can't attack.
Yep.
Because he doesn't have any extra movement to get there. And old mate is going to spend his turn standing up.
Yep.
And then the polar bears are gone. The hawk is now going to attack Chico Crumb.
Yep.
So it attacks. It swoops down, and you're so short it's used to attacking like humans. And just like you just feel the wind like rustle.
Just hits my helmet.
Yeah, your helmet. You just like
My goggle helmet.
little goggle helmet. All right, the boss starts yelling commands, and he moves. Goblin's short. Oh, that's the hawk. He moves 10 feet. .30 feet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Sweet. No, he's gonna dash. Trying to show the boys how it's done. Gonna lead by example.
Yeah, the boys.
That's his whole turn. Shah, you're up.
Oh, I'm gonna step over to that little dickhead leader.
Just like batter up.
Yeah, no.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go pat him on his back and say,
He's like, oh no. I was asleep.
quick wounds, but I'm not having.
Done. Alright, Iron Horn.
Oh, it's me!
Yeah.
I rolled an 8. That's so...
You're last.
Yeah, did you?
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
How brilliant is that?
So the second one that's come in, that's kind of closer to Crumb,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be like, that was pathetic, and just slam down with my great axe.
Go for it.
I rolled a 9.
You definitely slam down into the ground your great axe.
I
Oh,
too
boy.
was pathetic.
Yeah, Jesus, yeah.
That's your first miss, I think.
Yeah.
How does it feel?
Dice, baby.
Estrid.
What's this hawk look like?
A small hawk-shaped hawk.
Some would say
flying around.
flying.
So,
Flying hawk.
Oh, good
Bird-shaped
bunch.
An iron hawk.
Hawk shaped like iron. Hawk is hawk. Chunky hawk.
Can't really see him go. So I'm gonna move. And I'm just gonna like take aim at the.
Yep. Goblin
Notice
boss.
that he's shouting at the other one, so I think
Yep.
maybe he's got a bit
He's
of the old
important.
importance.
Yep.
So
Go
I'm
for
gonna
it.
do the old shooty at him. 17. Hits him.
Just hits.
what? Little goblin? What's he made
He's
of?
goblin
Metal?
boss. Wearing armor.
That's what it
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He's rough. He's tough.
12 damage.
Hey.
Sorry,
again?
10 damage.
What? Look,
I'm
still
not
good.
high, I'm fucking
You
useless.
just jump out. You just like aim out the way. And Shah is there, like smashing his club into trying to cast spells, and he just like lifts up his arm, and you just like book, and it just like hits the goblin boss like under the chin, stabs him in his neck, and he kind of like stumbles around. He's looking not too crash hot. That goblin's dead. One of the goblins is going to attack Crumb.
Yep.
So he, this is our iron, and stabs, missing completely. Stabs at you in your general direction. Crumb, you're up.
Yep. Real tempted. Yeah. Look.
You can do it, Otto. That can be your motto.
Look, I'm gonna create bonfire again. Under the one that's in front of me. So he needs to make a dex 13.
Nicole.
Makes it.
Flammable as yak hair.
So he needs to dodge out of that square.
There's 9 squares around me.
So I should be putting these out there. There's a fly.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea, isn't it?
And there's a fly.
So he jumps,
What, over there?
yeah, into the gap between, yep, yeah, perfect. Jumps out the way, dodges out the way, doesn't get caught on fire.
Ooh.
Sucker!
And then, yeah. I can't really. I'll leave Sanctuary on,
Is that concentration?
no. It lasts for a minute.
Oh, okay, cool. Easy. The other goblin, oh, what's he doing? Standing up. Jumps in, charges at Shah. He's like, I got you, boss!
Oh, actually, yeah, that does go because create bonfire's concentration, so the other one.
She loses her sanctuary. Yep. And far out, these goblins are pus. Charges over, says, I got you, boss! And the boss like swings his sword back to attack and like hits the other goblin and makes his attack miss. And then the other goblin is now going to attack you, Torak. Not the one that tried to be set on fire. Woo, that's a big old hit.
Sorry.
Didn't even ask my
I
armor
accidentally-
class.
No, it doesn't matter.
I shouldn't have done create bonfire. I should have just.
Nah, it's
attacked
all
him.
good.
It doesn't
It
matter.
wouldn't have mattered for this because they hit anyway.
No, but he would have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Stabs you with his
Yeah.
scimitar, and you lose 7 points of damage.
I'm so sorry.
That's half my hit
I actually
points.
fucked up.
Oh,
I'm
It's alright.
sorry.
it's why I'm here for. Good old buddy doctor.
What?
Thank God.
Things are not left.
No. Forget about that one.
Don't
I'm
get to
Queen
roll.
Medicine Woman.
Yeah.
Yeah, look into that. See you next turn. The hawk swings down at you, Estrid. It sees you scanning up in the sky looking for it, and it's just like, caw, I'm a hawk, I'm shaped like a hawk, and swings down at you,
Hawk.
and like misses. You kind of like bat it away. It doesn't do any damage. It misses completely. The goblin boss. He pulls back his arm, knocks his goblin buddy away, and then swings his scimitar at you. Just swings it at you.
How do concentration spells work?
Shah, you're up. If you do
Keep it
something
short.
else, you
Oh,
lose
this
it.
thing.
If you do another spell, you lose it.
So there's no more fire over there anymore?
Yep.
What's the matter?
See, this is why other people should buy. You know?
Go team. Teamwork makes the dream work.
Exactly.
I'll just
Bonk him on the head.
bonk him.
Bonk him.
Oh, yeah, I'll bonk the leader. Oh, yes, I
That
will.
definitely
Dirty
bonks
20.
him.
Yep.
Let's go. And I cast better. 8 damage.
The goblin boss. You bonk him good and proper.
Good old
He's
bonk.
done.
He's done.
Dungeon rings.
Splat.
Torak, Iron Horn.
Bonus action first. I'm going to enter a rage.
Yeah. You just
So-
get stabbed by the scimitar, and you just like.
Like you forgot you were barbarian.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so did she.
So I gain advantage on strength checks
Uh-huh.
and saving throws for non-attacks, +2 melee damage with strength weapons, resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, slashing damage. I can't cast or concentrate on spells, which doesn't matter. And that's basically it. So I don't think I've got advantage from a hit.
No. Just strength checks. Would you like to use your point of inspiration that I gave you earlier?
8 plus 5. That won't be enough, will it?
You don't know.
Do it. Just do it.
Yeah, I'm going
13.
to use it.
Inspiration, so you're going to give it a reroll?
No.
Or do you want
Oh, 13.
I
Keep
reckon
it
that's
13.
enough, surely. You reckon?
You
Give
rolled like a
17 for the boss,
17
yeah.
and it.
That was the boss, though.
That's the boss, isn't it?
So the other one should
Okay,
be
yeah, I'll leave it. 13. That's not enough, is it?
Oh, it'd be like...
It's goblins.
Metagame and douchebags. So you and then swing your axe at him, and it just glances off his armor.
14.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, exactly.
I've still attacked a hostile creature, technically.
Yeah, you're good. You're still raging.
Yeah. Because that's the criteria. I have to attack a hostile creature to continue my
That's good.
rage.
You're up.
Rage.
So, noticing that the one that was shouting all the orders are dead,
Yep.
can I...
Highs or lows?
Lows.
Cool.
Can I, given that I'm a ranger used to the wild, can I make like a call to the hawk to see if I can
Absolutely.
just bring it to me rather than attack? See
Go
if I
for
can...
it. Make an animal handling check.
Okay, I can do that.
Oh.
8.
Hey.
You definitely not. You're like, man, what is a hawk again? You're like, woo, 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 woo. That's not it. Nah. You hear another owl over in the distance, like, woo, woo. Damn, no. I'll give you that as a bonus action as well.
Okay. Fuck it, then I just take a pot shot at the hawk.
Yeah.
Stupid hawk not
Go for
listening to me. I don't know. 14.
Oh, fuck me. Alright, maybe. Hawky boy. 14?
Yeah.
Hits it.
Stupid hawk won't come be my friend. Is it a 1? Yep. 5.
The hawk like makes a dive bomb at you and it's flying and you're like whoo whoo, and then the hawk is like dive bombing at you. You pull an arrow out and you just and it goes straight, hits the hawk like in the middle of the face, goes all the way through it and literally splits it in half, and then it falls down beside you, each half of the hawk to each side. Very dead.
That's cool.
5 damage.
Not that it did anything.
No, it didn't. Goblin dead. Goblin. We're gonna have 2 goblins attack. Or one of them attack Shah. What's the armor class?
13.
Yep, that's a miss again. And then the other one is going to attack Torak again. What's your armor class?
14.
Yay! Take that, you dirty dumb yak. I hit something. 5 damage.
So, are we rounding up or down?
5. Because
I
resistance.
take half.
I think I don't know. Let's go down. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. You can have the less.
2.
God. 5 hit points.
Yep.
Crumb.
I'm gonna create another bonfire.
He's just got all these stones and he's just like.
Under that one. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how he makes his...
Yeah,
on that one?
Doing the You didn't make it?
Failed.
Oh, beauty.
Hell
Just
yeah,
to
now
take
you can see
damage. He takes 7 fire damage.
He burns exactly to a crisp and he dies.
Totally well done.
Yeah.
He actually...
He's just like jumping
I would.
here and there, and he's like,
I would.
hot potato, ha, 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 and he's like, and then he just gets engulfed in the poor guy.
Fucking goblin.
Cooked. His goose is cooked.
Yeah, I think that's everything I will
That's
do.
you done.
Thank you.
Hawk is dead. Shah, you're up.
Splatting time. Let's do it.
It's clobbering time.
This time we're doing something
Natural
real good.
20.
Critical.
Let's go.
You got it. There you
Roll
go.
high.
Being useful.
8 plus 3.
8,
What's
yeah.
that? 11.
Splattered.
22.
Splatterized.
Then you double it.
Yeah, it is. I rolled
Oh.
4. Yeah.
So you hit the goblin. So the goblin's like 4 feet tall, 3.5 feet tall. You are 9 feet tall. You just extend your mace down, splat it, and
Pancake.
like a fountain of blood, like splashes up in the air, and you just feel it like slap on your head.
Warm.
It's warm, yeah, exactly.
It's so good.
Torak.
Alright, we've got this. This goblin is gonna be dead. Oop, that didn't go on the thing. But definitely dead, because that is a 12 plus 5, which is a 17.
That is a hit this time.
Heckin' yeah.
Oh, yeah, thank you.
D12. This one. Alright. D12 plus
5.
5 this time.
As long as you don't roll a 1.
That's cocked, thank God. That's a 9 plus 5.
Hey,
Squelched. Literally just chop his head clean off. A helmet falls to one side of the goblin, his head falls to the other side of the goblin, and then he just kind of like falls towards you, and you just kind of like step back and it like splashes on the ground. Blood gushing out of its neck.
Another one bites the dust.
Like they say in the homeland. So with that,
Snow.
all of the goblins are dispatched. You listen. Estrid, you listen, and the polar bears are nowhere. They're gone. They're long gone. And you assume the goblins as well. So would you like to have a little search around, scout the area? Everyone make me a perception check.
Check for the old
I would like to go
treasury boys.
To
Oh, very heal.
Torak can give a heal.
That's it.
What'd you say?
What did I say? Perception.
Out of
Go investigation. Sorry, you're searching.
What do we do?
I'm kind of looting the corpse I just
19.
killed while being healed.
You get 8 hit
Oh,
points.
thank you. Wow, that's a lot.
And make me an investigation check.
Investigation. Alright. Hey. 20.
So you rolled 20. So you're digging through. You make it first to the goblin captain, the boss, and you find 2 potions.
Ooh,
Make me a Arcana check.
that's not good.
Uh-oh.
2 potions. Who rolled the next highest? Roll me a d6.
Wait, what's this for?
I roll.
Did you do a
Investigation.
investigation check?
Oh, that's good. Hang on.
You might be on negative area. I looked for money.
18.
You find 13 silver pieces.
Ooh.
Chicken. Crumb finds 25 copper pieces. And roll me Shah, you find a small carved bone whistle.
Oh, sick.
Little whistle, eh? Alright.
Yeah.
Toot toot.
On the sled, wrapped in a thick burlap sack, and securely tied to the sled with leather slaps, is 300 iron ingots. Each ingot weighs 2 pounds and is stamped with the foaming mug symbol. Who's native to the area? You know this, Crumb, of the Battlehammer clan. They're the ones who provided the iron that you were tasked to return. You also know that, Estrid. So would you like
the Battle Clan?
Battlehammer clan?
Sorry, that's who the
That's who
Gets it
provided the
from-
iron. Yeah.
battle what? Sorry.
Battlehammer. Warhammer. Sweet. So who would like to try and would you like to pull the sled
No,
yourself?
I'd like to tie the mules on.
Tie
Yeah, I was
mules?
about to say, why don't we bring the mules in?
Who would like to tie a mule?
I'll give it a crack.
Give me an animal handling check.
Actually, yeah, I'd probably do that.
Go for it. Find your
Basically,
leash.
one
13.
and the same.
That's alright.
It's not horrible.
Check my arrows while I'm around. Then you make it.
Highs or lows?
Close.
Just 14.
You recover all your arrows. 14. Cool. You do an adequate job of the sled is like meant to be pulled by hand, like the cart with the polar bears that old mate, like that would have actually been better to return the iron ingots with.
to polar bears.
But you do a good enough job of like hodgepodging it together.
They've been real bad.
Who would like to steer, like be on the sled and like steer the mules?
I should probably do it.
Crumb,
I'm quite good with animals. Are you quite good with animals?
No, but I have little legs.
Yeah.
Would you like to ride?
Hey, yeah, I'll ride.
I'll sit on top and steer the animals.
Give me
Here we go.
give me
potato.
3 animal handling checks, one after the other.
Okie dokie. First one is 19. Second one is 17. Third one is 10.
Good enough.
Sorry, 13.
You make it back. You make it back to Brinchanda. Highs or lows?
Are you? You didn't get the hawk.
Damn it, I got still feathers.
Highs or lows? Somebody pick highs or
What are we
lows.
doing?
Just highs or lows.
Lows.
As you make it back, you make it all the way back to Brinchanda. It's like what would be the equivalent of like 7 o'clock at night. It's evening. It's dark. It's always dark. It's a very uneventful trip back to Brinchanda. And funnily enough, the 2 guards who are on guard duty, the gate is closed, are the 2 guys that were cowering behind the wall as you slaughtered the 6 ruffians the day before. So they kind of like recognize you guys, and you're like, the Yeti Slayers are back!
Yes, we are. Let us in.
Yeah.
Ah, look, guys, it's Beavis and Butthead.
There's a new movie trailer, by the way.
They unlock the door, they unlock the gate, and they allow you to come in.
Jealous of them.
So, are you returning all of the iron ingots to Garn?
I'm definitely keeping a couple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what? No, I would return them all.
I definitely would.
Highs or lows?
Highs.
You don't take any of the iron ingots.
I definitely took one.
Pocketing some, he's your boss.
I don't care.
Okay, how many?
Just one.
Write it down. Iron ingot.
I noticed Crumpok one, I'm like, ooh, he needs it for something. I can use this later.
Each iron
Sorry.
ingot is worth.
I don't care about the money.
Cool.
I'll just take it.
Go for it. Put an iron ingot in. You're good?
Yeah, no.
Cool.
I know what kind of dwarf gun it is as well.
Sweet. So, are you heading straight back to the Black Iron Blades? Any pit stops on the way? Nah, head back there.
Straight back.
Happy with that? Sweet. The Yeti Slayers are back.
We killed 5, give me my money.
Did you bring evidence?
Left it in the snow.
Can you see all the blood on us?
I get so excited. I say, I think you're joking, right? We killed 7 Yetis. Did you not count them all?
Make me a persuasion
Dum-dum
check. A persuasion check with advantage. With advantage.
Because you believe you
I'm
know.
genuinely
How much fucking gold did I say? 50?
Yeah, you did.
It is 12, so not great.
That's going great.
He doesn't believe you. Why didn't you bring back evidence? You, Esther, the hunter, should know to bring back evidence of pelts, of kills.
Forgot.
We thought that bringing the pelts through and through the town would scare the townspeople.
And not just that, Estrid had to take care of the cart. Estrid had to worry about the mules. There was no time to worry about.
He pulls out like
Taking the
he
skin.
pulls out a little pouch, and he like pulls out a little thing, and he like, and he gives each of you a 10% discount card for Black Iron Blades, and he says,
Does he seriously give me a 10% discount? Oh my god.
he says, this is not eligible to be used in conjunction with your staff discount. Your staff discount also of 10%.
Fucking 10% off.
And it says valid till, but it's like smudged out, so you can't really make out the date.
Oh, Dungeon Brothers over here.
So he essentially says, look, he pulls out his sack of his gold, and he gives you 50 gold. Basically, puts it in a thing for all of you to share, and he says, look, the iron that's here is worth a lot less than 50 gold, but it's starting to be on a 300, whatever. I think it's about 30 gold. It works out to be. It's worth a lot less than 50 gold, but what I can turn into this, and to protect the people of Bryn Shander, we need to make the goods, and this is important. Iron is becoming more and more scarce. It's becoming harder and harder to mine in the pitch black. Less and less people are willing to go mining. So the Battlehammer clan, this is like the last shipment of iron we have for a while. What else? Is there anything else he gives you just in case? I don't think so. I think, yeah, shit out of luck. That's it. Sweet. Easy peasy. So he says, would you like to purchase any of our wares?
No, I would not.
I go to hand back the 10% discount. I say, well, if the iron isn't worth that much money, then you won't mind sparing me an ingot so that I can craft my own
He takes your
axe.
hand and like folds the 10% discount back into your hand, and he says, come see me in a few days.
Couple of days, mate.
Couple of days, and we'll talk about crafting some of your own goods. And he says, well, it's late. Does like a fake yawn. I've had such a busy day, Crumb, like I was telling you before I left. So busy all day. I'm going to turn in for the night. So I'll see you in the morning.
Well, we should probably head back to the the north, look and divide our winnings.
I can have a drink.
Everyone keen to head back? Sweet.
Yeah.
So essentially, as you head back to the tavern, you all sit down. You old mate brings his. Does anyone have a D10?
Yep.
I can't remember what D10 looks like. I say 12.
Yeah, it's a 10. It's a 10. It's a 10. Sick. Very good. I just need one. As you head back into the town, into the tavern, one of the you overhear two of the townsfolk talking, sitting in the town, kind of like whispering, but they've had a few too many drinks, and they say, "Have you heard what happened in Bremen? The fishers are being terrorized by a monster that lives in the Mare Dual Dune. Strange that none of the towns on the lake have been harassed by the monster. No other towns have been harassed by the monster." You walk past, you find a table in the corner. The fiddler is back again, playing his music and stuff. There's a few people kind of dancing and clapping and like, hey. And then he starts, the fiddler starts singing along. And he starts singing a song about the Wizard of East Haven. So the Wizard of East Haven killed some adventurers, and basically tells a story. And the town militia is going to burn the wizard at the stake. Jokingly, at the end of the song, when he finishes, he says, "For more inquiries, I hear the town of the captain of the town guard is looking for volunteers."
Sounds like a job for the Yeti hunters.
I ignore him, go get a drink and go sit on the table.
Absolutely. As you sit down, you're I'll wait for Nicole to get back. Everyone seems to be gossiping and mumbling. Everyone's like talking, whispered, excited, hurriedly. When she gets back, I'll read this next text box. As what's his name? The Scrax?
Scrambled eggs.
Scrambled eggs. What's his fucking name?
Old man Saki.
Scram sacks.
Scram Sacks. He walks over to bring you 2 more ales, a round of ales and some bread and some cheese. Just at that moment, old Bitey, the fish on the wall. There's a place I like to go, farther up the river's flow. Where it is, I do not know. Must be under all that snow. And you just see like the Scram Sacks just kind of like wizards. He puts down the ales, comes back, brings you over some bread and some cheese, and he says, "Another gruesome day in the 10 towns. It's thankful we have the Yeti killers." That's like your nickname already.
There weren't any Yetis. I told him there weren't any Yetis.
Correct. It was 7.
Howling wind, bitter cold,
So many Yetis.
foul tempers, snowdrifts big enough to bury a herd of moose. But today everyone's talking about a series of killings, murders.
Of course.
Before the murders, the question that everyone's been asking is, when will summer return to Icewind Dale? Now the question on everyone's lips is, will I be the killer's next victim? Nothing breeds fear and paranoia like a murderer with no face. 3 cold-blooded murders have been committed in the past month. A halfling trapper in East Haven. Are we frozen?
Just us. The rest of us are.
Just you two? That's fine. That's fine. Halfling trappers. A halfling trapper. Where the fuck is it? You made me forget.
Sauce.
In East Haven. Are you writing notes? A halfling
No.
trapper murdered in East Haven. Because I know you're about to ask me. A human.
Yeah, go.
A human shipbuilder in Targos 3 days ago. A human shipbuilder in Targos. And 3 days ago, the day before you arrived, a dwarf glassblower here in Brinchander. Strange, he says. Very curious. Each victim was found with a dagger of ice through the heart.
Where'd you hear this from?
all the local drunks have been talking about it. And he like looks, he sees eyes dart to the side, and you like follow where his eyes are looking. He says, no one here really has any information. You look where his eyes are going. There's an elderly shield dwarf with a nasty scar across her nose. She knows something worth knowing. She's been smoking her pipe and eyeing you ever since you walked in. And then Scram Sachs goes back to the bar to serve more customers.
Sounds like not a problem. Sounds like a job for the city guard, and then I'd sit here and have my drink.
She draws on her pipe, blows a couple of Gandalf smoke rings up into the sky, up into the room.
Just chuffing away.
So you've been living in the 10 Towns for a little bit, Crumb.
Yep.
You say to the guys and girls, the rest of the crew, I wonder if it's got anything to do with the lottery. I wonder if it's got anything to do with... I hate it. I hate this. Should have put my little phone in. Focus. Nope. It's at the start. The little thing to read for you. There we go. The desperate people of 10 Towns, hoping to appease Auril, so that summer can return to Icewind Dale, make sacrifices to the Frostmaiden on nights of the new moon. This is a new practice. This practice started a little over a year ago, when it became clear that Auril, you also know this, Estrid, when Auril was angry and summer would not be returning anytime soon. Each town has a town speaker, basically like an elected official, and the council kind of like decide the directions of the 10 towns and what needs to be done. The town speakers have unanimously agreed to honour these practices, which they consider necessary evils, but would end them in a heartbeat if Auril were to be appeased or dealt with in some other way. The nature of the sacrifices vary from town to town, but it usually takes one of three forms. Warmth. Some towns give up warmth for a night. No fires, only body heat. Anyone who lights a fire on the night of the full moon, of the new moon, is savagely beaten. Some small towns can only afford to give up food. They sacrifice a day's catch of knucklehead trout, which is the common food that all the people eat, and they string them up on wooden racks a mile outside of town to be claimed by Yeti and other creatures that embody Auril's wrath. Bryn Shander, East Haven, and Targos hold lotteries the afternoon before the new moon. The unlucky person whose name is drawn is sacrificed at nightfall. The ill-fated soul is stripped bare and either tied to a post or sent into the tundra to die. Accusations of rigged lotteries are common, but usually not acted upon.
So, I said this has something to do with the lottery.
You muse and question that maybe, interestingly, the 3 towns where the murders.
So I'd know and I'd question him because, like, growing up, living in the area, being there forever, travel between all the 10 towns because of just hunting and not having a stable house.
Yeah.
I'd know that these 3 towns are quite the distance away from each other.
Yeah, so as an example.
Linked. Like it's very. There's a bit of travel between the 3.
Correct. Let me just find.
And it'd be. It's very. That these 3 towns were done. Very kind of a long travel between 2.
Yeah, so Bryn Shander, to get to East Haven, it's 7.5 hours travel. To get to Targos, that's the closest town, that's only 2 hours of travel. But some of them are like up to 10 hours travel between the closest towns.
Dangerous travel.
Yes, yeah, for sure. There's blizzards, there's yetis, there's wolves, there's other hunters. So where are we planning on setting out to? What are our plans the next morning?
Well, we have to divide the gold up. We got 50 gold.
Let's put that 4 ways. It's gonna be interesting.
I said 10 gold each, plus extra for me.
Oh, I was going to suggest we all take 10 and we put 10 on the bar as like a floating tab.
I agree with that.
That's,
PC
that's
Very
fair.
diplomatic, I like that.
like for
Thinking ahead of time.
like the tab and for rooms, etc.
I think that's very sensible.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Let's do that.
Torak agrees.
When he makes a
Torak
suggestion,
always talking the third person. She said Torak agrees. I said, does Torak always talk in the third person?
order a round to celebrate.
As the yak folk would say, a good person is hard to find.
They would say that.
So, I'm staying the night and then heading off in the morning. Do we need any supplies? Do we need to do any shopping in Bryn Shander?
Not from old cheapskates.
That's fair.
Is there another place we can buy things here? Just that one.
Well, there's
another place
there's general stores and stuff. So yes, you can.
Okay.
Not for armor and weapons.
I can make you stuff.
You're probably better than your master.
Oh, I know I'm better.
Master, is he?
He's not.
You're probably better than
Sit
the...
down.
What are they called?
Employer.
Employer.
Yes, my master.
Yes, master.
So, within the 10 towns, there's a bunch of different ways to travel. You can travel on foot, with the snowshoes. You could hire a sled or a cart, or they have creatures called axebeaks.
Tauntauns.
An axebeak.
It's a tauntaun with a beak.
Oh, that's
Exactly.
please. Hell yeah, I'll buy
Yes,
one of
please.
them.
Yes, please.
How
Sorry.
much does they cost?
They look awesome.
10 gold?
How convenient.
Axebeak, a domesticated axebeak, costs you 50 gold.
Hey,
Oh,
hey,
boy.
An
yay.
empty sled,
What's
dog
an
sled.
undomesticated one cost?
A dog sled. Sorry, an empty sled costs 20 gold. And a sled dog costs 50 gold.
Wow, so why would you even buy that?
I'm happy to walk. I walk
Yeah,
everywhere.
well,
I'm used to
obviously.
walking.
I don't have enough money to buy that shit yet.
Do you have to
Oh,
buy it, or
thanks.
do you have to hire? Can you hire
Yeah,
them,
you
or
can
do you?
The salespeople, you guys know this, they're not really willing to hire because a lot of adventurers don't make it.
Look,
Yeah,
we know
It's not a
that
safe investment.
we
Hey,
know
yeah.
that your competitors in East Haven, like, they do rent to buy deals.
Persuasion check me.
So the damn bird.
12.
He just the salesman you're talking to just. It's my cousin Grimbold. He's the guy in East Haven that hires Axebeaks, that sells Axebeaks. He doesn't hire them out.
No, like rent to buy,
Good try.
like radio rentals.
Shafted if you don't make your payments. 20% interest. So, where would we like to go? What's our plan?
Good bloody question.
Don't really have a plan.
Well,
So we've got-
are the towns kind of like in opposite directions of each other, or
So,
are there some
from
like on the way?
Brimshanda,
What real reason do we have to stick together at the moment? Like we've done our job. Esther would just be thinking about where she's gonna hold up and then go out hunting again in a few weeks' time.
alright, we'll come back to that. So, it's 10.5 hours travel from Bryn Shander to Caer Dineval.
I'd like to talk to the shield maiden. Because she looks pretty hot.
East Haven is 7.5 hours away.
I like the ladies with the beards.
Goodmead is 6 hours away. Targos is 2 hours away. And Tourmaline is 6 hours away.
Real off the tongue names.
Oh man, so how good are they? So good. So you'd like to speak to the shield dwarf?
I know her.
You know of her.
Okay. Do I know her name?
Yes. You know that her name is Hlyn. Hlin. Hlyn Trollbane.
Oh, yay. Alright.
You know that she's a retired bounty hunter. And now she trades her profession up and down the Sword Coast. And she's garnered too many enemies. That's why she's up in Icewind Dale. Icewind Dale and the 10 Towns is a place where people go to out of sight, out of mind. So...
Do me and Chicken know how easy it is to get in and out of Icewind Dale? Is it tricky to get there? Is it not tricky?
Oh,
to
you've
get
got to
there?
basically cross the mountains and stuff. Like it's
It's a trek to get there.
and basically once you cross a certain bit, it's like winter.
So, I guess just background wise, why don't people just leave, go south?
Like it would be hard for their families to pack up and leave, so that's why the people are there. And they're kind of just hoping, like all the crops aren't really growing, the trees are starting to die. It's been winter now for a few years. Most people, like this is their home. They're just hoping it gets better and the winter ends and something all changes their mind. They're all trying to sacrifice warmth or food or people to basically appease Oral and hope that she changes her mind. And yeah, some people have left. Those that can have left, but it's there's money to be made, and who knows what riches and fortune will be bestowed to the people who finally managed to end the Everwinter. Lynn is studying you closely.
I'll just walk up and say, like, hi Trollbane, have you made any new enemies today? And this like giggle, laugh.
She like sucks in her pipe and like pipe smoke kind of comes out of her nose, and she's like, every day is a new chance to meet a new enemy.
And then I'll say, I see nothing's changed then.
She looks you up and down, and she says, some things in 10 Towns change, but some people don't change. And she like looks at you. She like tips her pipe upside down and ashes it out. She exhales. And she starts to tell you about her new job. But it's not really a job. Out of boredom.
Just like before you keep going, like who gave you this job? I'm sick of working for people who are undesirables.
She says, it's our moral compass that has given me this job. I'm decided that I want to investigate the murders. Everyone seems to be talking about it, but no one seems to be doing anything. Not even the Council of Speakers. It seems like they can't be bothered, or they're hiding something.
I had a feeling it might be something to do with the lottery. Is that what you were?
Are the three of you with Crumb?
Are they be? How far away would they be from us?
It's a tavern, so probably like 30 feet
Okay.
from one side to the other.
I might just. Is the table like near the entrance at all?
She's sitting in the corner,
Okay.
as far away from the entrance as possible.
I might just walk past,
Mhm.
but not sit with them. Just keeping
Okay.
an eye now and then, coming back and forth.
I don't think I would sit with Crumb solely because it seems like Crumb knows this person and I don't know them, so I don't want to give them the wrong impression because I am a stranger in this land.
So with Shah on your own,
I'd probably sit with Shah.
I'd wander over.
Mhm.
I know her from
Yeah.
being in the pubs. It's about, hello love, what are you drinking tonight?
she looks at you, eyes are lows.
Guys.
She says, I might be in need of a good tracker like you. I've got a suspect for the murders. A man named Sephic Caltro. S-E-P-H-E-K.
Don't worry about it.
We'll make it sound right.
Sephic Caltro. It's spelt phonetically. She exhales, looks around. Everyone seems to be distracted. Sephic works for a small travelling merchant. The Company of Torg. Owned and operated by a shady dwarf. There's lots of shady dwarves in this area.
Oh, I know, don't worry.
Named. Do you need a pencil?
No?
No. Okay. A shady dwarf named Torga Icewind.
What was the company called?
It's just called Torgs.
Oh, okay. I put down Tworg. That was close.
T-O-R-G. They're a travelling merchant company, so they get around.
Is she kind of saying this all hush hush and stuff?
Yeah.
If I look around, how many dwarves are in the bar at the moment?
Two.
Two.
Her and him.
So I look at her and in Dwarvish say maybe we should change the language to keep a low profile.
Tell them my drink.
I like that. That's good. Right. And she replies in Dwarvish. That might be for the best. Do you speak Dwarvish? Do you speak? No.
Pretty sure I don't.
I'm the opposite direction.
What was the merchant's name?
Torga
Torga.
Icewind.
Icewind.
Sephic gets around. They all get around. He's charming, makes friends easily, and he also happens to be Torga's bodyguard. So I'm guessing he's good with a blade.
But,
Is he human?
Yes.
how... So, we heard that everyone was killed with an ice blade.
Allegedly, that's what the rumors are saying, yes. The victims are from 3 small towns.
Yeah. East Haven, Targo, and here.
Strange that
East
they're-
Haven's not a small town though, is it? Is that a big one?
Brinshander's the biggest town,
I
isn't
think
it?
Brinshander's the biggest town. So Brinshander has 1,200 people. 1,200 people. No. Demon's Hole. Demon's Hole.
We're very good at holding our position.
Alright. Statues almost.
Targos has 1,000. And what was the third one?
East Haven.
Loki forgot when live stream.
Just have a dig.
And East Haven has... I don't know. So it's 1,000, 1,200, and... Cannot find, doesn't exist. East Haven, 750.
Okay.
So, essentially...
I'm pretty sure she doesn't have to do that, eh?
Yeah. Doesn't have to sneak
The
off.
camera's frozen.
So I'm going to give you this information, then we're going to wrap up for the night.
Oh.
Then, it'll give you time to ponder and think. She says, I think it's strange that the murder victims are only from 3 towns. The only 3 towns that sacrifice people to the Frostmaiden on the nights of the new moon. Is this what passes for civilized behavior in Icewind Dale? She leans in, even in Dwarfish, still whispering. Maybe the victims found a way to keep their name out of the drawings, out of the lottery. Maybe Sefik found they were cheating. So he...
Why does she think it's him?
I followed Torgs for a 10-day as it moved from town to town. It's like a week. Quite the devious little enterprise. That's not my concern. What struck me is how comfortable Sefik Caltro looked in this weather. No coat, no scarf, no gloves. It was like the cold didn't even touch him. Kiss of the Frostmaiden. I'll pay you 100 gold pieces.
Each?
I'll pay you 100 gold pieces to find out if he's guilty and deal with him.
Is she coming with us?
Preferably without getting the authorities involved. We don't know who to trust.
The camera's frozen.
Ah, yeah. When the job is done, come find me. I'll probably be in Bryn Shander.
So you're not coming?
My adventuring days are over. I'm old. The cold hurts my bones. I've probably got gout.
You're not that. You're not that much older than me.
I've had my time in the adventuring circles. I'm retired, remember? Those days are behind me. She exhales,
I forget
Gets
dwarves
that
can be weak sometimes.
gets out her pipe,
Forever.
lights her pipe, and starts puffing away. Basically signifying that she's done talking with you. 100 gold, she says. It's a lot of money in 10 towns. A lot of money goes out. Not much money comes in. Like scratches a scar across her nose.
It's a big scar.
Big adventures. So with that, that's where we're going to leave it.
Interesting.
Episode 1 of Icewind Dale.
So literally just started raining as you shut the
Complete.
door.
I know, right?
Wicked.
Done. Thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back in 2 weeks. 2 weeks with episode 2. No point you guys waving. Oh no, hang on. Oh no,
Are we frozen?
it's Josh. No, you guys are not frozen. Just those 2. We'll be back in 2 weeks
Chicken broke it.
with with episode 2 of Icewind Dale, Rime of the Frostmaiden.